Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Mormon Dynasty here on College Football 26. That's right, BYU is back for Season 3, and I think I've done all the soaking I can do. I don't know how much more I can last with this team. I feel like this team is either going to go one of two ways. There's really no in between with this team anymore. I feel like it's going to go one or two ways. Either we make the postseason and we win a championship or get really, really close, or we have one of the worst seasons in college football history. It's a very, very high and a very, very low peak and valley for this team. There's no in between. There's no middle of the road, win 6, 7, 8 games, 9 games. There's none of that. It's either dominate or be god awful with this team. And I may have made a systematically altering error in the offseason video. Well, it was all the offseason, in the offseason portion of last season. We only have 4 wide receivers on roster. And you may be wondering, Juice, you can't have a football team with 4 wide receivers on roster. How are you going to even perform? What if somebody gets hurt? Well, I throw it back in your face and say, we only originally had 3, but they gave me a petty one. We have a 4th guy who just magically showed up because the CPU said, oh, poor baby, you only have 3 players on roster. We'll give you a 4th jabroni to put on your team. So we have 4 people on roster. So, we don't have 3, we got 4. But it's still going to be pretty rough to work with. And that's on me. I completely neglected wide receiver for some reason, which is something I don't really ever do. Usually it's quarterback, wide receiver, and corner are the 3 positions, and edge rusher are like the positions that I go for every single year, no matter what, in recruiting. So it's kind of weird that I didn't get any wide receivers either in the portal or in the just freshman recruiting. So we got 4 wide receivers on roster. We still got Christopher Vizina at quarterback, even though I'm kind of tired of him at this point, but we'll see what he does. I did change the offense and defensive playbooks. I don't know if that's going to matter, but I did change just to kind of see what we're working with here, because the BYU offense just doesn't do it for me. It's too vanilla. It's too whatever. It's too, I'll have her home by 8 o'clock. It's not working for me. I need somebody that's gonna have a chain on their pants that's connected to their wallet. I need somebody that's got black fingernail polish. I need something that drives a Camaro. I need something that's a little wild and dangerous. Something that you let your daughter out the door and you wonder, is she going to be okay? That's what I need from this BYU offense. So we're going to try it. I put in the Oregon offense because last year Oregon's offense was unbelievable in College Football 25. I would assume it's pretty much the same thing in 26 because they're still a good team in real life, so I would assume that it wouldn't be any different. But we're going to try it. We can always try other playbooks of other good teams like Texas or Georgia or Alabama, or teams that we know always simulate pretty well. Even Duke this year, for some reason, simulates very well. So we'll figure it out, but I am very excited for Season 3 because I do think this could be the year. Like I said, it's one of 2 things are going to happen. We're going to be really, really awful, or we're going to be really, really good. Hopefully it's really, really good, or you're going to see another crash out from me. Because last episode, towards the end, I was kind of starting to crash out a little bit. It's okay. I'm back. It's been a few days since I recorded that. I'm cool. I'm calm. I'm collected. I'm fresh and ready to go. So if you're excited, hit that like button, subscribe channel, join the Juice Club, and let's see what happens with these Mormon jabronis. We are here, Season 3, Week 0. I've got everything set up, just like we did last year and the year prior. The recruiting board is ready to go. We've got 5 stars on the board. Obviously, we're going to go after them. We're not going to get any of them, but I'm still going to go after them. We still only have 600 hours, which makes me want to vomit, but that's what we've got. That's what we're working with. It's what we're working with, unfortunately. And this is our roster. If you didn't stick around to the very end of last episode, you might not know what is going on exactly with this roster. This is what we have. We have 2 quarterbacks that are starter caliber, and I forgot to do the level ups. Oh, that's my bad. I could just go and do the auto progression, but I forgot to do. I knew I was forgetting something. I was trying to think of everything that I had done. I did the red shirts, I did the depth chart, everything was good there. And then I did the recruiting, the schedule, and everything. I was like, there's something else I'm forgetting, but I couldn't think of it. It's the skill points. So I guess we can focus on some of the big ones, like Ezekiel Savage, our elite dev 3-star freshman quarterback, who's got 75 of them things, but his skill caps for an elite dev player are not that good. We're going to get that accuracy up because obviously he needs to get that accuracy up. And Ezekiel Savage, with these 70-plus points, might be in contention for the starting quarterback next year. He's not going to be this year because Christopher Zine is still going to have that job, but he might have that job next year. We'll get his IQ up a little bit more, just so he's a little bit of a smarter football player out there on the field. Most of this, I'm probably just going to do auto progression since I forgot. I usually don't forget about that. I usually do it before we start the video, but I did forget, unfortunately. Get his accuracies up a little bit, get his elusiveness up slightly, his speed up a little bit. 81 overall for Ezekiel Savage. He went from a 69, nice, to an 81. And he already jumps up to the number 2 quarterback, but that's because we haven't upgraded Cameron Dye or anything. I do think Cameron can be our starter. He played a lot last year because Vizina got hurt for a few games last year. So he was in for a little bit of time. He didn't play amazingly. He didn't play horrible. He's got 95 throw power, though, and his skill caps are not great either. He's up to an 82 overall. What about Bear Bachmeier? We were able to persuade him to come back to the team. He didn't transfer. But that doesn't mean he's not going to transfer again. And he's got pretty good accuracies already. Get that throw power up to 89. Get that IQ up a little bit. Yeah, I'm liking where Bear Bachmeier's at. And then Vizina is still the starting quarterback. Although his playing time is an F for some reason. Not sure why that's the case. He's going to be the starter. I don't know why he thinks he's going to be an F. His skill caps are also not great. I should probably boost his health so he doesn't get hurt. But he's now an 87, so that's pretty sick. We don't have very many skill points at running back. Obviously, Pierre Granger's a true freshman, so he doesn't have any skill caps. Or skill points, not skill caps. 35 for Stanley Artmore. I might just let these guys get auto upgraded. And here's the 4 widers. This is the guy that we got added, Trevor Paul. He's just randomly here. He's not good. He's not good. We got Lamison Walker or Waller the third. 33 skill points, not too shabby. He needs to get his route running up slightly. And then his hands need to get better. I could bump his quickness up, but is that really going to do anything? He's got 88 speed. It's not the end of the world. I guess we can bump up his IQ a little bit. Make him a smarter football player. Unfortunately, Nakua doesn't have that many, but he's going to get a lot of playtime this year. Is there anybody with like a bunch of skill points? 46. That's a pretty good amount. I might just let these guys get auto upgraded. The quarterback was the one that I really wanted to do myself. Some of these guys have some good skill points. 50. Oh, Jalen Farrell. You know what? I'll do Jalen Farrell. 50 skill points. What's his depth trait? He's got star. He was the only 5-star that we brought in from last year's class. He needs a lot of work, though. His hands are absolutely trash. He's got literal bricks. Got to get that catching up at least respectable so he can catch a few interceptions if he has to. Get his pass coverage up a little bit. This guy's going to be a good player in a couple of years. He's definitely going to be a good player in a couple. He's already an 85. 41 for Satuala. Yeah, let me do auto progression. All of that's done. Okay. So where's everybody sit right now? So Moa with the auto progression goes up to an 83. So he starts over Granger. I still think I want Granger to start since he is the freshman. What kind of dev trait did he have? He's got elite dev. Yeah, he's got to start. He's got to start over Moa. Yeah, okay. We know that's the case now. We know that's the case now. Let me reorder this depth chart. Confirm, reorder the depth chart. And then I will make Ranger the starter. He's already the fullback starter. We'll just have a tight end play fullback for us, I guess. It's not the end of the world if we don't usually run fullback sets anyway. So, but Granger needs to be the starter because he's got that elite dev. And then third down running back, Granger needs to be that. And power running back, I guess Moa can be the power running back. It's not the end of the world there. All right, so with all of the auto upgrades and everybody now at their true overall, this is what the team's looking like. We got a 91 overall Jalen Braxton. I apologize for not having the skill points already done. That's on me. I completely forgot about that. But we are looking pretty good. I mean, we already have a sophomore at an 85. Jalen Farrell's going to be a freak, either next year or his senior year, depending on what happens to him. So these are our official overalls, and we are ready to move on to week number 1. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at the schedule here. I think the only thing I changed was I got rid of the FCS school that we were going to play. So I added, what did I add? Did I add Cal? I think I might have added the Cal game. And then I don't think I changed anything. Oh, no, I did. I added North Carolina, I'm pretty sure. Because we had a bye week here. And I needed another home game for recruiting because we didn't really get that beneficial of a conference schedule in terms of home and away. So I added another game in here for home recruiting. So we have the week 9, week 10, and then week 13 to get recruits on campus because we had a bye week there. So we have our bye week in week 5. And then I think I changed the FCS game from them to Cal. So those are the only things I changed from this schedule. Let's go to week number 1, get everything sorted, jump into that Cal game, and hopefully have our Oregon playbook actually like be good for us, because last year we were just we were hot out the gates, like real hot out the gates, but then we just fell apart towards the end of the season. Absolutely fell apart, and a lot of the wide receivers I had on the board have locked me out, and that is not good. We knew we were going to get locked out of all these guys. That's not a shock to anybody. Wide receiver, we got 2 guys on our board. We need to get both of them, really. Carlos Vega, we've got looking at Wayne Hicks. We're going after, but it's going to be harder to get on his board. I didn't scout Carlos Vega. I'm hoping he's good. He's a 4-star. He should be okay. We already jumped to number 1 on his board. I probably need to add even more wide receivers to this board. As you can see, we are very thin at a lot of different positions. A lot of different positions. I'm going to add Quincy Kakaha. And I'll add Storm because I like his name. We're going to offer a scholarship to Quincy, and we're going to offer a scholarship to Storm. And we need to put like 25 hours apiece on these guys, because we need some wide receivers. That is for sure. All right, so we're working with some 5-stars right now, as we always do. We're jumping into the race for a few of them. I might be able to switch this from a 25 to a 50 on Sherrod Bryant. Because from 25 points put on him, we already jumped to number 2. So we've obviously got a heavy influence on him. JD Tabor, I could probably switch from a 25 to a 40, I guess. I can't do 50. But I can add 35. I'll go 35 because then we can add... I can maybe add like 5 extra to Le'Veon Jennings. That's probably where I'll go. 60 hours, 600 hours, man, it's just not a lot to work with. But you guys know this. It's time for game number 1. If you're unfamiliar with how we do this, we jump in, quick manage every single game of the schedule. Hopefully we don't have to jump in and help the team. Hopefully we just win these games. This is going to be interesting to see how the Oregon playbook does, because I have no idea how it simulates in College Football 26. I mean, Oregon as a team in College Football 26 usually plays pretty well, but that might just be because their team's good, and then they have the playbook on top of that. Is the playbook going to be just overpowered with any team? I don't know. That's an experiment we got to find out. And what better team to use it on than the Mormons? Let's go. Big one against Cal. We start this one at home, and we're already down 7-0. That's not a good start. I did change our defense as well. We went from like a 4-3 to a 3-4, I think. I don't know if that's going to affect anything, but I did change it. 7-6. Let's get some points on the board, please. We've got a senior quarterback who's a high 80s overall quarterback. He should be able to deliver. I know that he doesn't necessarily have like the greatest weapons in the world, but he should be able to get the job done. And we got the 2-point. That's pretty sick. And we scored again. There we go. Now the avalanche of offense is starting to arrive. Can we keep it going? I mean, we didn't do anything there, but it's the end of the game, and we win 21-7. Okay, so Cal goes up early, but then they can't do anything else after that. We put up 15 points in the fourth quarter, which obviously was the 2-point conversion added in there. And we start the season 1-0. That's a nice win. We started a little slow. 2 field goals through the first half. A little slow, but we picked it up there at the end. That fourth quarter was big for us. We did start the season ranked at number 24. So at least the AP poll is favoring us, at least in the beginning of the season. They think they think highly of us, is what I was trying to say there. And we move to Texas Tech. Our first Big 12 game of the season is the second game of the year. JD Tabor, I probably need to go a little bit harder on. We can begin a hard sell. It might be too early for the hard sell, though. I think I need to go full 50. Let me take that 35, or that extra 5 off of Le'Veon Jennings. I think I need to go full 50 on JD Tabor, because we're going to be in a big battle with LSU and all these kind of teams. So let's go full 50 on him. We are climbing up the leaderboard on a few different teams. Actually, we've jumped to number 1 for Wayne Hicks. That's huge. We need a wide receiver, and no other team is even offering a scholarship yet. We might be able to close that out right away. That'd be crazy if we could do that. Game number 2 against Texas Tech, another home game. This one should be another one like the Cal game, where we maybe start a little slow, but then we dominate the last portion of the game and win. Or maybe we just dominate in general. I don't know. I hope we win nonetheless, though. First real test of the year. Second game of the season. Conference game against Texas Tech. We can't lose any of these conference games. We gotta dominate. We gotta be the team I know we can be. I'm just hoping that it actually simulates well. And it looks like we are starting pretty well. I don't know how it's going to be against the actual top competition, but it seems like the early portion of the year we're simulating fairly well. Our defense, our defense seems to be pretty competent in stopping teams, but I almost spoke too soon there. We might lose this game, actually. Oh, we have the football back. Okay. It's a big fourth quarter drive. 10-6. And now I got to use the Oregon playbook. All right. All of our wide receivers are on the field. Let's see what we got. I think Waller's open. Waller drops it. He wouldn't have had a first down, obviously. He probably should have still held on to that. Ooh, we got the freshman Granger out there. I might send Nakua on a deep route just in case. He's not going to be there. But Granger might be there. Intercepted, snagged by the Texas Tech linebacker. I went short to try to get it to him, and I think I pulled him, and he just jumped the route. That was pretty impressive. But they only got 3 points out of that. Our defense might simulate pretty well this year, which is pretty good. Our offense might just be a struggle. And the freshman goes down instantly there. 11 rushes for 8 yards. Oregon playbook might not be great for running backs. 11 rushes for 8 yards. I mean, I know we don't have the greatest offensive line. We don't have the greatest team. That's an incomplete pass. Okay, I'm a little rusty, I guess. What's going on? I can't even hit a pass now? I've thrown 2 passes, and I haven't completed either one. And the one was a pick. I think that's open across the middle, is it not? It is. They're going to give me 4th and inches on that. 3 interceptions in the game for Vizina. He's really struggled against Texas Tech. 3 interceptions is kind of crazy. He drops it. It's a turnover on downs. We needed that. That's the game right there. They didn't score? Oh my God, we have 1:10. How did they not score? You didn't even get a field goal out of that. Is Texas Tech garbage? I think Nakua's got that, actually. Nakua down the field. Wow. Nakua might have just saved us on that play right there. He doesn't get us in a field goal range, but that is a huge first play of the drive. And I think, oh, I was going to say, I think Waller has it, but I didn't have time to even get it to Waller. That was thrown to X, the X receiver. They're going to play a little bit back because they know that we need a touchdown, not a field goal. Let me get that out to Granger. We don't have any timeouts, unfortunately. I just realized that. Getting that play with Nakua is really huge, but we need to capitalize on it. I think Waller's got that. If I can get that up to him. Waller brought it in. Waller brought it in. Waller brought it in. Oh my God. Waller actually caught that. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think he was actually going to catch that. Waller actually caught that football. Vizina's going to roll. Vizina's going to roll into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I'm actually going to jump in here and kick the extra point. I don't want them to like go for 2 and miss it or something. I'm actually going to try to drill this just so we can guarantee a tie at the very least. We could have went for 2 and tried to win it. It's too early in the season to go for 2. It's too early in the season to go for 2. We're just going to be happy with a tie football game right now. We are in overtime. Texas Tech has the football. And they will get a touchdown off of it. Okay. Touchdown Texas Tech. Did I say TCU? Touchdown Texas Tech. I don't know why I keep saying TCU. Oh, here we go. Start from the 25. I kind of want to hit X here, but just take the yards of the Vizina. He's not super fast. I don't know why I keep scrambling with him. It's not like he's Lamar Jackson out here or anything. 2nd and 2. Handoff, Granger going nowhere. The run game has been non-existent against Texas Tech. Okay. That's a little concerning. I'm going to try to hit Nakua here, and Nakua gets a bad animation. A really bad animation there. That's a really bad animation that he got. I was trying to lead him forward. I think that's open across the middle. What is that superhuman jump? Did you see that superhuman jump that he made? Texas Tech will defeat us on our home field. Did you see that superhuman jump the linebacker just made right there? No. I gotta see the highlight of that. Hold all the phones. Hold so many phones that you on like a minutes plan. I don't know. Look at this man's athleticism. What?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
This man, get him in the NBA. Get him in the NBA right now. Why are you playing college football? Look at that vertical. How did you even jump this? That's the most insane vertical I've ever seen. And he did it on one leg. Look at him take it. Look at him take off. He jumps on one leg. His right foot is already in the air when he lifts off. Look at that. It's already off the ground. He jumps off of one foot. And he goes, that's gotta be 15 feet in the air. There's no way a human being can make this jump. What are you talking? And especially a guy from Texas Tech. Are you kidding me? And he's white? What are we doing here? This is all kinds of unrealistic on so many different levels.
What do you mean by that?
The fact that this is the play that ends our game. I mean, look, he's got 12 yards of space. Maybe not 12 yards. He's got, maybe it is 12 yards. He's got so much space. Stockton and this Curry, white dude, who's the linebacker. Where did he line up? Is he actually a linebacker? He might be a corner, but he's lining up. He could be a linebacker. He looks like a linebacker at least. The fact that he made this, backpedaling as well, it's just, I mean, yeah, we don't probably score on this play, but at least we get the first down. When I saw this, I thought this was a guarantee it was going to be a catch. Now, yeah, I probably should have thrown it here. This is wide open to Paul. This is wide open. I should have thrown it here. But look at this from the quarterback view. From the quarterback's point of view, just a little bit higher up. Look at how open this is. You can't blame me for throwing that. He's got 12 yards of space. I can't be faulted for throwing that. That is wide open. The fact that he made that play is inhuman. It's superhuman. Look at the I'm going to play it in full speed just so you can see it for yourself, or just normal speed. Just look at him make this play. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you serious? He jumped that? He made that? That's how we lose? Maybe I should have went for 2 at the end of the regulation. Oh my god. Of course that's how we lose, man. Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't want to lose by getting blown out. No, I want to lose by getting my heart ripped out from my chest. That's how I want to lose. Unbelievable. Unbelievable loss. And we already start the season, or the conference season, with a loss. So that is, that's pretty sick. Our first conference game is a loss. You love that. I love losing games. I absolutely love losing games. Good news is it didn't seem to hurt recruiting that much. This Wayne Hicks deal has to get done unbelievably quick. Nobody's even offering him a scholarship. We're the only team. We have a massive lead on him already. Just end it already. Just say you got down to your top 5. Say you got down to your top 3, and just commit to us already. Why are you playing it out like you're gonna get other deals? You just want to come play for us. And now we have our first road test. It's Arizona State, who I think gave us a pretty decent game last year. I'm a little bit scared now because we lost to Texas Tech, and I didn't think Texas Tech was that good. So I think this season could go off the rails pretty quickly. All right, big test on the road. Going to Arizona State, try to take them down. I mean, Texas Tech came into our place and upset us on our field. Maybe we can do the same to Arizona State. Probably not, though. Probably not. We're down 10-0. I could jump in, but I want to see if the simulation can do something. 17-7, we're down. Take control in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 6 from the 8. I mean, this has got to be touchdown. That's pretty obvious. Pretty bad stadium pulse. I pressed the wrong button. I did not know that was triangle. If I'm being totally honest with you, I pressed the wrong button. I was trying to press circle for one of the underneath stuff that was coming across, and I pressed triangle because I'm a big sucky suck boy. Solid run from Moa. He's actually got over 100 yards. Finally, the run game works. Maybe the run game just doesn't work with Granger. Maybe that's the case. Maybe Moa actually can get the job done. I don't know. There's Moa again. He's got the first down. Couldn't get the touchdown, though. Maybe we can pounce it in with him. This is for the tie. And maybe I want to just take the lead. Maybe I just want to go for 2. Screw overtime games. We do get it in. I think I might let it go. Let's just kick the field goal. Or kick the extra point, I mean. Although maybe I shouldn't have, because Arizona State's driving. And they get a field goal. You got to be kidding me. I thought our defense was going to be better than that. That's concerning. Step up in the pocket with Vizina. I don't know why I keep scrambling Vizina. He's not a scrambling quarterback, but he's getting the job done at least. He's moving and not getting sacked immediately. We are out of timeouts, though. We do just need to get into field goal range. Big broken tackle from the tight end. Get out of bounds there. Thankfully, this time it's just field goal range. It's not a touchdown that we need. I do want a touchdown because I don't really want overtime. I probably should have went for 2. I know I joked about it. I probably should have went for 2. That's a decent catch, but it's going to cost us some time. I'm going to call the same play, but flip to the other side. Yep. Nakua has a good shot of being really open here. I can't hit him. I didn't have enough time. Clock will stop initially. Alabama-Ohio State played, and Alabama won, unfortunately. Go, Nakua, go, Nakua. Come on, Nakua, get over there. What are you doing? Time is of the essence. Oh, it's a great route from Stockton, and Stockton's going to get out of bounds. 10 seconds. I have a chance for 1 play before we get... No. I got a chance for 1 play. Don't screw me out of my 1 play. I just got to make sure I don't screw myself out of my 1 play. Oh, I might have screwed myself out of my 1 play. I might have screwed myself out. I didn't get the thing. I didn't get the thing. I just lost. I thought I got the first down. That's why I slid. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. I thought I slid at the first down line. I was a yard short. That's why I didn't try to hurry up, because I realized I wasn't gonna get it, or we weren't gonna have time. The clock was gonna run out. We had like 3 seconds left. I can't believe I just did that. I thought I had the first down. That's why I slid, because I thought I was safe and the clock was gonna stop. I can't believe I just lost the game because of that. And now we've got negative championship contender for a lot of these guys. Oh my God, we are in danger. We are in danger. If we lose these guys, and if we lose a bunch of games this year, I'm throwing in the towel on the BYU team. I can't do it anymore. We got to beat Oregon State. We're taking on Oregon State. If we can't beat Oregon State, then we can't beat anybody. This Oregon State team is not very good. We know that we're at least somewhat good. We're down 14-0. I might blow up BYU. There might be a case of that happening, because this team, oh my God. All right. I think the series is over. I think we're done with BYU. 24-14. We do score. We get the ball back immediately, score again. But they score again. You've got to be joking, man. Really? Fourth down alert. Keep the drive alive. It's 31-28. Why is our defense so bad? Probably because I didn't recruit anybody. We do have timeouts at least this time. That wasn't a first down. He didn't get it. He didn't get the first down. He didn't get the first down. Are you serious? I thought he got it for sure. I gotta challenge the spot. He didn't get that? They're not going to give it to him. Oh my God, we just lost the game because of that. Are you serious? He didn't give me the spot? I thought for sure he got it. Yep, we're done. This is the last season of BYU football. I'm done with this team. Man. I can't handle it. I'm not built for this. I'm only built for good teams. I'm not built to recruit at BYU and play at BYU, because this team's trash. I want to move on to a new team. Our championship contender is in the toilet. We're locked out on JD Tabor or Tabor. Yeah, it's Jover. It's Jover. How has it gone so poorly? I mean, I gotta go all in on these guys. It's the only chance I have. He likes coach prestige, but my coach prestige is not very good anymore, is it? How has this gone so poorly? It's kind of insane. Yeah, this is definitely the last season of BYU football. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be a Mormon anymore. Good thing there's an out. There's an out in the contract. I don't have to be a Mormon anymore. This guy we're looking good on, but Storm we got to jump in on. I don't know why I'm even recruiting. This is going to be the last year. I'm not doing any more of this. So why am I recruiting still? I have no idea. I have no idea why I'm still recruiting. All right, we got a big one against Kansas. We got those guys on campus. Emmanuel Boodle chose Georgia. Kind of lost out on him once we had that unfortunate deal breaker for championship contender, which I didn't think we were really going to lose, but we did. We lost it in a bad, bad way. I can still schedule a few visits. I don't know why, but I can. Oh, God. North Carolina's the same tier opponent. That's not good. That is not good that North Carolina's the same tier opponent. Do I have 50 hours on everybody? I think I have 50 hours on everybody. Let me just toss some people on the board. Let me toss some people on the board. Let me toss some people on the board. Let me toss some people on the board. All right, recruiting's going swell. Big visit week. Big visit week against Kansas. We gotta beat Kansas. They're a 67 overall. If we lose to Kansas, I'm gonna throw my phone through the wall. We've got recruits on campus, and they're gonna see just an absolute dumpster fire. I mean, we're down 7-0 to Kansas. They took their first drive and just walked down the field on us. 10-0. I'm gonna throw up. 17-0 to a 67 overall football team. Maybe changing the defense was a bad idea, because the defense has been absolute trash. And Oregon's offense technically hasn't been that good either. To be fair, I haven't been that good jumping in either. So it's not like I've affected things. I've probably affected things in a bad way. Yay, we get the win, right? Are we going to get the win? 24-17, we win a game. Oh my God. It's about time we win a game. We shut them out in the second half. Maybe the defense isn't that bad? I don't know what to think about this defense, man. Did I make the right decision to change the defense? I don't know, because we've done fairly well for like certain games. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. Don't know. Don't know, don't care. But maybe that win will get our championship contender back. Who knows? We take on Kansas State. We're still battling. Good thing that we're not really in any recruiting battles for the guys that have championship contender, because we're still looking pretty good there. We do have to get Nick Hicks on campus. He likes playing time. Well, good news, dude. You probably will start for us if you're any good. All of these guys are okay. We've jumped into #1 for a lot of these different guys, just by offering scholarships to them, so that's pretty sick. All right. Maybe we can win another game. Maybe we can take on Kansas State and get another win, maybe boost that championship contender up a little bit. Who knows? Let's find out. All right, here we are against Kansas State. Let's see what happens here. It's on the road. It's a rainy, sloppy one. Down 3-0. Come on, offense. Get the job done, man. Get the job done. 3-3. Come on, it's 10-3. Come on, offense. Figure it out. Do I want to jump in here? I don't really want to jump in because I'm not going to do anything, am I? I'm probably going to suck. They say this is a drizzle in the weather report. This is not a drizzle. This is a downpour. Moa can't get the first down. It's 4th and 2. They want me to kick the field goal. Well, you know what? I'm not going to kick an effing field goal. What does this look like? Jabroni hour? I don't think so. Only jabronis kick field goals. He caught the football. Stockton, you're going to give me a heart attack, man. You're going to give me a freaking heart attack. I didn't think he's actually going to catch that. That was insane. Handoff Granger. Granger's blown up at the line. He's able to get to the 1, I think. Were we already at the 1? I don't know. The fact that Texas is playing Florida Atlantic this late in the season is kind of crazy. Granger scores pretty easily. They scored. Oh, they got a field goal. Come on, defense. Stop it. We score a touchdown. think they got it on the... Oh, no, we got it. We have the football back. 4th down alert. Keep the drive alive. Are they going to believe a QB blast? Oh, no, it's not a QB blast. It's a Wildcat play. The freshman, Pierre Granger, on 4th and 1. He's going to get it on the Wildcat. He's going to win us the football game. Oh, Pierre Granger. That's a big win. That's going to get that championship contender going back in the right direction. We survive against Kansas State. We're turning it around. We're turning the season around. It's coming back. It's all coming back to me. If we can just boost that championship contender back up, we can get in those back in those recruiting races. We're going to look good. We're going to look cute. We're going to look sexy. Although we take on number 18, Houston, who's undefeated in the conference. All right. Drango chose Notre Dame. Thank you for choosing Notre Dame, because I hate your guts now. We can schedule visits. Let's just do playing time. Sure, why not? And we can go probably all in on Kayvon Brown, or Kayvon Brown. We'll see what that does. We're still in the lead for some of these guys, man. That 1 5-star, that wide receiver, he still doesn't have anybody recruiting him, except for us. No other scholarships. It's kind of crazy. But we have to go on the road to a number 18 ranked Houston team who's not that good. They're 76 overall, but they're 18 and they're undefeated in the conference. They got 1 loss on the season. I think this could be an upset. Huge road matchup against Houston, number 18 in the country. An upset here would do wonders for the recruiting. It would probably get our championship contender back into B+ territory. We can get back in those battles. But it looks like Houston is absolutely washing us off the field right now. It's funny that the rain game happened last time against Kansas State, because this team, I mean, we're getting flooded by Houston. But we also are flooding them. Although maybe we're not anymore. We have the football. This is an insanely high-scoring game. I mean, we got to win this. We're going to go out the backfield to Granger. It's 4th and 5. I got to jump in. I can't punt this football. I simply can't punt this football. I know I probably should. I can't punt the football here. But I've also got to get this first down. It's not going to happen. They blitzed me off the edge with an uncovered guy. Honestly, I chose the wrong play, is what happened there. I shouldn't have had that play as my option. I should have picked something else, because I knew that they were going to bring somebody like that. We have the football again, and they didn't score. It's 28-24. Oh my God. Why are they doing this to me? Granger, Pierre Granger, the true freshman. Oh my God, he almost had it right there. He almost had it. And yeah, I'm turning on the true clock because I'm getting crazy. I'm getting spicy. Pierre Granger, end zone. We lead against Houston. Oh my God. Oh my God. We actually lead against Houston on the road. 28-31. 3rd and 3, 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 1, ball game. BYU comes in and upsets Houston, number 18 in the country. Oh my God, this team is the team of dreams. Wow. The fact that we just upset them. I mean, they weren't a real 18 team in the country. They were 76 overall. But winning against them is huge for recruiting. That's got to get our championship contender back into the B+ range. It's just got to. And it did, I think. I think it did actually get our championship contender back up. Utah's having a rough season, just like we are. And we can now officially recruit these guys again. Thank the heavens that we can get back in on these guys. I'm going to have to take... Storm Willis chose Oklahoma, unfortunately. That's really unfortunate, actually. Because it looked like we were in on him for most of the season. I'm going to take some... I'm going to take the 25 off of you. I'll put 5 back on you because nobody's going after you. And then, what do I want to do? I can take off 50 on Quincy because nobody's going after him right now. I can put a little 25 piece on him because I need to go full 50 on Mike Coffey. And I can't get Wayne Hicks on a visit. I was trying to get him on a visit. I also need to get, I guess I can put the rest on Quincy again. Put 10 on him. And then I can probably put an extra 5 on Matt Monk. All right, we'll see how that plays out. At least we're winning games. Now we got that championship contender back up. But now we got the Holy War against Utah. They're having a rough season. We got to win it, man. We got to keep winning. Keep the momentum rolling. We played unbelievably well against Houston. Let's come back home and beat Utah. It's a night game for the Holy War. I wouldn't have it any other way. This game deserves to be at night. This Utah team is a little sleepy. They're a little bad this year. Not having the greatest season. Neither are we, to be fair. But we need to have a good season right here and win this football game. Not only just for the rivalry purposes, but also for recruiting, to keep those recruits interested, keep those 5-stars interested. It is a big end of the game drive. We have to hold the lead, 24-21. 24-21. We've got that shoot clock on. We got to take this to the house. Moa, they're going to call their timeouts. All right, good to know that they're calling them. They've got all 3 of them, so they're going to be using them all right here. If we get a first down, they'll be in trouble. Oh, we got a first down. Moa. That's a big first down. I think we're going to need another one since they had 2 timeouts before we got that. So I think we're going to need another first down, but that's a big one right out the gates. And Moa's going to get another one. The pancake block of the century, and that's going to be the ball game. It has to be, right? That has to be the ball game. Sione Moa dominating. The blocks have been impeccable on this drive. Moa almost got another first down right there. He's getting most of his rushing yards in this game on this drive. And I'm going to let this go to the 2-minute warning. I'm not going to give them an extra timeout. We're going to let this go to the 2-minute warning, and I might even kneel the football. I guess it depends on what play call they give me. But we might be on a little win streak right now. We might be on a little bit of a win streak right now. Moa's going to get another one. He's been big on this drive. So is the offensive line. Offensive line's been big on the drive, and now they're going to give me the option to kneel it. And we will do just that. Boom, baby. Another win. We're starting to build it back up. You can feel the energy pumping in the veins. We're starting to rally. This team's starting to become a cohesive unit. And we're keeping that championship contender high. Well, we're keeping it up in the B+ territory. We should have is that our 3rd straight Holy War trophy? Yeah, we've got all 3 Holy War trophies. We've won all 3 years that we've been here. That's pretty sick. We got 3 boots. Nice. That's a big win, though. I think that also had some recruiting implications. Casey chose Oregon. All right. Ooh, and there's North Carolina. That's another game that has recruiting implications. We've been passed on for Nick Hicks by Boston College. You don't want to go to Boston College. You don't want to go to Boston College. You want to come be a Mormon is what you want to do. We'll take Casey off the board. Quincy, we can get him on a visit as well. I guess we'll just do championship contender. That's all the hours we have. All right, well, we'll see what happens. I don't like the fact that we got passed on for that running back, but it's kind of what happens sometimes. How is the standings looking like at week number 10? We are currently 4th in the Big 12. Nobody's undefeated, which is a good thing. But we did lose to Texas Tech, so they have the tiebreaker ahead of us. We just need, but we beat Houston, who's still number 1 in the conference. So this is a weird top 4. All we got to do is keep winning, though. Just got to keep winning, and we'll be totally fine. So we've got 4 games left. We got North Carolina, Oklahoma State, West Virginia, and Colorado. These should all be winnable games, except for this North Carolina game is going to be tough. I will admit. This one's going to be tough, but I do believe we can come out on top. This is the biggest game of the season, not because it's like any huge team, but it's because we are trying to keep our Big 12 season alive. And it's also against a top 25 ranked North Carolina team. I would doubt Bill Belichick's still here. He's probably either in the grave or he's in a retirement home at this point. But this is a big, big game. We got recruits on campus. And I would really prefer them to see a win against the North Carolina opponent. Oh my God, big game, a big end of the game lead. Hold on to it. It sucks that we can't like blow anybody out, but I'm okay taking wins against North Carolina at home when we got recruits on campus and we're trying to keep that grade up. Injury for North Carolina, they faked the injury. Although I don't know why he'd be faking it because it's wasted their time out anyway. So Moa has been huge on these late game drives, and so is the offensive line. To be fair, the offensive line's been amazing in these final couple drives that we've jumped into. They have one more timeout. I'm going to run it one more time with Moa, and then we can end this game with a kneel down because we got that first down, which is pretty big. Moa with another unbelievable drive. There's the final timeout called by North Carolina. That should be the end of the game, and we can QB kneel it. We can win this football game. Another upset. That's 3? No, that's 2 top 25 wins. We beat Houston, who was 18th when we beat them. And then we beat now North Carolina, who's number 19 when we beat them. That's a lot of wins. I know that's not going to like matter in the video game because it's not like the video game has human opinion like the real life AP poll does and all that kind of stuff. But 2 top 25 wins is still pretty important, especially when we had people on campus and we need to keep pace with the conference standings. We are number 1 on a few different guys' boards, which is pretty good. We now take on Oklahoma State. We are ranked number 18 in the country now. We jumped from unranked to number 18. That's kind of crazy. And Nick Hicks, he liked the visit enough because we've jumped BC now. Unfortunately, they have a week 12 visit. So if we don't get him in the next couple of weeks, he's going to go to BC. That's a little scary. Wayne Hicks, we're looking good on. Sherrod Bryant, I wish he would just commit. We're going to lose the center because there's nothing really I can do here. Our hard sell is just not that good. We're not going to get him. There's no chance. There's simply no chance we're going to get the 5-star center, which does suck a little bit. We've been passed on by Washington. Okay, I guess we can try a hard sell for Carlos Vega. Is that really going to do anything? I mean, I can see if it's going to do anything. It's probably not. I mean, we have all B pluses in this hard sell, which, I mean, it could be worse. I'll try it. I will try it. Maybe you can pass him. Maybe it won't. We're still looking good for these guys. We got to get... I was going to say we got to get him on campus, but we can't. And I don't think he's not even ready for it just yet. Fournette is ready, but we don't have enough hours to get him on campus. I think we'll just add those hours there. These visits need to end, or these battles need to end pretty quick, because I'm a little bit terrified. But we have gotten ranked again. I didn't mean to go to the schedule. We have 3 games left to go in the season. I wanted to go to the conference standings. See where we're at. We've been passed by Iowa State has jumped into this. Okay, interesting. I know our game wasn't in the conference, but everybody's lost. So Houston lost the second game in the conference. Texas Tech has 2 losses, but remember, they have the tiebreaker against us. Iowa State we haven't played yet. Or no, we played Arizona State. We haven't played Iowa State yet. And then we haven't played TCU yet. We're not going to play either of these teams this season. So this is going to be a little weird this year. There's a possibility we make the conference championship game if we are able to win these games. But that's the big if. Can we win these games? I don't know. Let's see if we can win this, man. On the road at Oklahoma State. We know that Oklahoma State in real life is trash, but this is not real life. This is a couple years into the future. And this is a different BYU team. This is a team full of hungry, horny Mormons who want to win football games. We are winning 10-0. I'm a little bit scared about this. It's just back and forth. Okay, they get a field goal. Big end of the game drive. Hold on to the lead. 3:10 to go. It's 10-3. That's kind of funny. 3:10 to go, 10-3. Let's win this game. That's pretty simple. Let's just win this football game. We should have one play to the 2-minute warning. We snap. It looked like it was going to be a false start, but we didn't get it. Moa, run over him! Sione Moa just ran over that dude and then got into the end zone. Okay, I was going to take more time off the clock, but I'm okay with that. Touchdown don't matter. We get a field goal as well. Oh, we cruise to a victory. Easy W's against Oklahoma State. Mike Gundy still... Was that Mike Gundy? That wasn't Mike Gundy, was it? There's no way. That had to have been somebody else. There's no way he's still employed. He had to have gotten fired. With another win, especially in the conference, that'll help us out. All right, things are starting to look okay. It looked a little bleak at the beginning of the season. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looked a little bleak. We do lose out on the Ohio State center, or on the center to Ohio State. We kind of knew that was going to happen, though. There wasn't anything else I could do. Once they passed us, it was pretty much over. It was pretty much over. So we lose out on him. We lose out on Carlos Vega. That's annoying. And Nate Ruggins also is in a recruiting battle, but we're not a part of it. Antonio Fournette, we can get him on campus. Is that really going to do anything, though? Maybe. I can try a hard sell. I think it's going to be this one. Yeah, it's this one. Clocked in. We can try that. Hopefully that works. That's not what I wanted. And maybe we can climb back up his board. We're not that far away. And we have a Week 13 visit. We might come in clutch there, but it might be too late. Maybe he goes on that Week 11. Or he already went on the Week 11 to Indiana, right? It's Week 11 right now? Or maybe it's Week 12. I don't remember. But we have that Week 13. We might be able to swoop in and steal him at the very last second. We can't get him on a week. Or we can't. I should have scheduled Trent Hearns instead of Antoine Fournette or Antonio Fournette. Now we don't have any more visits available, so we might lose Trent Hearns. That's going to be a weird one. Keelan Michaels, if I could actually read what the names were. Keelan Michaels is very close to switching to Oregon. Sherrod Bryant just needs to commit, dog. We are losing on BC again for Nick Hicks. There's nothing I can do because the hard sell isn't going to do anything, I don't think. I mean, it's my last resort. I guess I can try it. No, it's not that one. It's that one. It's the clutch. It's a B, and a C. That does nothing. But it's my last chance because the send the house obviously is not working, so we're going to figure out what's going to happen with these guys. I do have 150 hours, I guess, I could use. Probably need to go a little bit harder on Matt Monk. Prospect list. What kind of guys are we in first place for? A lot of guys that are bums, unfortunately. A lot of bums. I'm not here for bums. I'm here for good players. And I'm not seeing a lot of good players here that we're in the lead for. Or that we're close to in the lead for. Maybe a 3-star. We do need bodies, I guess. So maybe it wouldn't hurt to throw a couple of scholarships at some 2 and 3 stars. Because we do need some bodies at the end of the day. There's a 5-star corner that we're 5th on the board and hasn't... Why are we still... Why do we still have a chance for a 5-star corner? That seems a little crazy. Where's that 5-star corner at? Reggie Sharp? Why do we have a chance for you? I mean, he's pretty much going to go to Oregon or to Notre Dame, but I kind of want to see if I can get in the race. I'm curious now. Very curious to see if we can get in the race here. But I'm going to offer scholarships to all these guys. It's a couple of 2-stars. I know it's annoying, but we do need people. We need bodies to play football for us. We need to put on pads. We got to have human beings that can put on pads for us next year. So we kind of have to have somebody, even if they aren't the greatest players in the world. What logo was that? Was that the Air Force? No, it's Middle Tennessee. For some reason, I thought it was Creighton, and I was like, "Am I playing college basketball? Why would Creighton be in here?" But it was Middle Tennessee. All right, we take on West Virginia. We got to keep winning. Mountain Mama, take me home. I'm coming home. Country roads. Here we go. On the road to West Virginia. Thankfully, the Big 12 Conference is considerably weaker than most conferences in college football, at least of the Power Four. So a lot of the teams in these conferences are not simulating very well and having that good of seasons, and they're also lower overalls. Like I'm talking middle to high 70s in terms of their overalls. So we do get the benefit of that. Once we climb out of that 70 range, once we're into the mid to high 80s, which is where we're at right now, we can kind of go on cruise control in the Big 12. Except for some of the top tier teams like we lost to earlier in the season. Unfortunately, we lost to Texas Tech. But Texas Tech, I mean, they're battling for a conference championship this year, so maybe they're not. Maybe they are a top tier team. We're crushing West Virginia, by the way, 34-10. We cruise to a victory, easily sailing to a W. Second to last game of the year. That is a massive, massive win. It boosts us up even more in the conference. It gets our championship contender even up higher. And hopefully that makes the 5-star corner commit to us, because he was ready to go. He just needed a little bit more convincing. I'm hoping that that win gets him to commit. I'd like to have a commit before we go into the playoffs, or the offseason, or postseason, I guess. And we did get it. Sherrod Bryant, 5-star corner, commits to the program. We do lose out on Reggie Sharp. I kind of knew that. We got in way too late. But Nick Hicks chose BC. Okay. I was not thinking he was going to choose BC. He does. But his deal breaker is playing time. I'm going to keep him on the board. There's a better than 0 chance he could decommit from BC with that playing time. If they bring in anybody else, he might just choose to not go there. Keelan Michaels. Oh, why, SpongeBob? Why? All right. We're probably going to lose out on Keelan Michaels. If I change to a hard sell, does that even do anything? Like, is it gonna magically put us ahead? Probably not, since our hard sell is not that great. It's a couple of B pluses, I think, is our best hard sell chance. If I can even find it. Where's it at? Where the F is it? Here it is. It's Sunday Player. It's 2 B pluses and a B. Maybe that'll help us. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm kind of terrified. Trent Hearns. I mean, we could end this right away if we beat Colorado, so that'll be good. Antonio Fournette, man, he's on campus against Colorado. I got in too late on the Reggie Sharp one. I just didn't realize we had a chance to get him in the first place. That's my fault, I guess, for not realizing he was even on our board or had a possibility. So Matt Monk we're okay with. Kayvon Brown we're looking good. The rest of these guys we're doing okay because nobody else has scholarships. These 2 stars are like getting recruited. I don't know why. I'm going to go 50 on Rudy Addison because he's another wide receiver that we need. I'm going to go 50 on Juan Bramble. I'm going to go 50 on Vernon Bada. Another linebacker option. And John Phoenix, great name. 50 on him as well. And then I might toss a little 25 piece on Fetu Vea. And then maybe a 10 piece on Tyreek Tanyan. And a little 10 piece on D'Angelo Diaby. Why not? Maybe that can work. I don't know. Probably not. We take on Colorado. I mean, this has got to be a win. It's the final game of the regular season. We are now leading the Big 12 with the massive wins. We're on a 7-game win streak, boys. We turned this around. This season was really bleak. But we have turned this around. And if Texas Tech wins, we'll play them. But if Houston wins and Texas Tech loses, we play Houston, which we've already beaten. We lost to Texas Tech. We've beaten Houston already. I don't know. I don't know who I'd rather play. It's kind of scary. But we got to take care of business. If we lose this game, then it doesn't matter because then we're out of the Big 12 championship. But we got to win this game, take care of our business, and then we'll worry about who we're playing in the conference championship. Final game of the year. If we lose this, we can kiss not only our Big 12 championship hopes goodbye, but also our conference championship or college football playoff championship hopes away because we're not going to be playing in either. But it's looking pretty good right now, although Colorado gets back on the board here. 14-10. Let's keep pounding the football. Come on, boys. There we go. 21-10. Fourth quarter action. They get a lead there, and they got the 2-point as well. Oh, I don't like this. Hold on to the lead. Oh, my God. 21-18. They made this way closer than it needed to be. That 2-point scares me. But they've got 2 timeouts, and a first down is all we need. First down wins at the football game. The offensive line's been great in these final game situations, these final 2-minute situations. And Sione Moa has been unbelievable in these situations. He's been getting real good runs to end these games, and he's going to get another one. That's going to be the ball game. Final timeout used by the Buffs. It's over. It's finished. Put a fork in them. They're done. Boom. BYU has just secured themselves a conference championship spot. In a season that looked ungodly bleak at the beginning, we have turned it around and won 8 straight football games to make the conference championship. Wow. I mean, just an insane run of form. I mean, look at this. We started the season so badly. We were 1-3 at the bye week. But then we took some time off, we regrouped, we didn't have any sex, and we came back with a lot of anger, a lot of blood pumping in the bodies of these warriors, these young athletes. And we rattled off 8 straight wins against some difficult competition. I mean, we had 18th ranked Houston, we had 19th ranked North Carolina, we had the Holy War, which is always tough. I mean, there was some tough competition in here at the end of the season, but what a season it was at the end. We rallied back. We secured a 5-star commitment along the way, and maybe another one. 4-star Antonio Fournette. I'm glad we were able to hold off Oregon. For Antonio Fournette. But it's a 4-star. But still pretty good. And we will take on Texas Tech in the Big 12 Championship, the team that beat us earlier in the year. That was our first loss. And it was, I don't want to talk about it type of loss. Come on, BC. I know you want to recruit another running back. Take that playing time away from him. All right, Michigan and Ohio State are actually trying to battle for Wayne Hicks. I don't want you to. We could have the Hicks brothers. I didn't realize this. We have Nick Hicks and Wayne Hicks. One's from Missouri. The other's from New Jersey. Maybe they're long-lost brothers. Maybe separated at birth type of thing. They're both 5'10". One's a little bit bigger, but they could be. You never know. We're in a recruiting battle. We forced a recruiting battle with Oregon for Keelan Michaels because of that hard sell. I don't know, man. We might just lose out on him. We do get Antonio Fournette. It's a nice little addition to the recruiting class. Oh, Texas A&M's making it close for Mike Coffey, and it looks like the visit didn't go over that well. He got a complimentary with Fournette, but I don't know. Not looking too spicy, is it? Not looking too spicy. We are battling with some teams from Matt Monk. We're still looking good. We've jumped in the lead for a lot of these guys, or jumped into the race for a lot of these guys, I guess, which is pretty sick. I guess I can just toss 50 hours on a bunch of random people, since we have those hours available. I guess we don't have those hours available anymore. I can toss 10 on him. I can toss 5 on him. And we'll see what happens. We've got conference championship week to figure out, or to focus on. Let's see what happens. Show me some more commitments, please. No, we lost the battle for Keelan Michaels. Oregon was just always going to win. Once they overtook us, they were always going to win. We just didn't have the grades to be able to outpace Oregon in that recruiting battle, which is a little unfortunate. We've been passed by Texas A&M for Mike Coffey. All right. I guess we got to switch to a hard sell. Maybe I waited too late to switch to a hard sell for him. Maybe we should have done that already. It's 2 B pluses and a B. Maybe that'll work. Maybe it won't work. I just wish some of these other guys would just commit already. Like, why are we taking so long? What's the hold up here? What's the effing hold up? And I really want BC to freaking commit another running back so that he loses that. Oh, Wayne Hicks is our last chance at a 5-star, I think. I mean, we have Trent Hearns, who I guess is a possible 5-star addition to this squad. We have 3 chances at 5 stars. 3 more chances at 5 stars. I think we're going to get Wayne Hicks. I think that's a pretty comfortable one. But these two, the Trent Hearns one's probably going to go into the offseason, isn't it? Mike Coffey, I just want you to commit to the team. I really do. But now we take on Texas Tech. If we win this game, we're in the college football playoff. If we lose this game, right now Texas Tech's favored to be in the college football playoff. If we win this game, we're in. We take their spot. If we lose this game, our season's over, obviously. So I don't want that to happen. I want to win this game. And also, not only do we win this game, we get our conference championship trophy, and we also get a spot in the college football playoff. We get a revenge on Texas Tech for beating us earlier in the year and almost making me Kermit super slide. So I want this to go well. Our first Big 12 championship appearance in the BYU Dynasty, and it comes against the team that walked into our house early in the season and upset us. We need to come into this game. It looks like we're in Jerry's World, I think is where they have that, hold this championship game. We need to come into this game, and we need to win. That's pretty simple. We're down by a touchdown, fourth quarter game, 3rd and 7. I don't like that our offense is not moving the football super well against Texas Tech, because it's vaguely similar to how we lost to them earlier in the season. I don't know what they have against us that we can't figure out. This might work, though. That's Sione Moa. He's been so good the end of the season. And now we got a red zone advantage. We're going to jump into a running back situation here. It's going to be Moa again. I can't tell if the Oregon playbook has been pretty good or not. He's not in the end zone. Moa's down at the 1. I thought he was going to get in. I thought he was going to drag him in. I can't tell if the Oregon playbook's been good or not. It's been inconsistent, I think, at the very least. We do get in with Moa. Touchdown scored. We tie it up. And we have the ball back with 3:25 to go. Texas Tech can't do anything with the football. Okay. This changes how we're going to attack this game, because look at Moa go. We are in a dome, by the way, so weather's not affecting anything. I'm going to turn the chew clock on, and we're going to try to play for a field goal here. I mean, if we break off a touchdown, sick. I just want to win the game. I'm not about vanity at this point. I'm just trying to win the football game. And if settling for a field goal is how we win the game, then that is how we win the game. Moa will drive. I feel like I had more space than that. We'll get it down to the 2-minute warning. All right, okay. We need to get a first down here. That's pretty obvious. First down keeps this game going. It keeps our hopes of a field goal alive. I'm going to throw that quickly. That's Paul. And they give us a 4th and 1. Who's this Looney Tunes character out here? 55-yard field goal. I'm going to call a timeout because I didn't mean to click it. I accidentally pressed the button too many times because I was trying to get that Looney Tunes character off my screen. I am going to go for this. I know this seems super irresponsible. I'm going to go for this. It's going to be caught by Stockton. Oh, my God. Stockton catches the football. That was super irresponsible. I should not have gone for that. But I did it anyway because I'm insane. I'm a psycho. Now all we got to do is just line up a field goal. But we're not going to line up a field goal doing that. Timeout's called. Texas Tech trying to survive a little bit more. But they've only got one more left. I haven't seen the freshman in a minute. Oh, what a broken tackle. That's the final timeout called by Texas Tech. I haven't seen our freshman running back in a minute. Pierre Granger. I don't know where he's at. And by a minute, I mean like half the season he hasn't been in. He made that one big play when we jumped in on a previous game. I don't remember what game that was even. Oh, what a first down by Moa. Texas Tech gets a fake injury to stop the clock. What a first down by Moa. I thought I was going to get stopped for a loss there. Maybe not a loss, but maybe no first down. Moa again takes it. We're just inching closer. That's all we got to do at this point. I mean, we could try and score. I'm all about trying to just inch this a little bit closer. Line up the best field goal possible. And take this for a win. There we go. I think we might have just done it right there. I'm going to take off chew clock so I don't kill myself here. All right, I'm going to let this roll down. And I'm going to kick a field goal with like, I don't know, 2 seconds on the clock. And we're going to win the Big 12 championship and play in the college football playoffs. Okay. This was way too close of a game, man. Way too close of a game. Oh, I can't believe we're even in this situation in the first place. 8 wins in a row. 8 wins in a row get us to this spot. And instead of kicking a 55-yarder on the left hash, we kick a 30-yarder from center field, and it will go through with no time on the clock. Big 12 champions are the BYU Mormons. We do it. Wow. What a turnaround of a season. We get our revenge on Texas Tech. That was way tougher of a game than it needed to be. Way tougher of a game. I don't know why Texas Tech plays us so tough. I mean, they beat us earlier in the year. But we get our revenge. We get a trophy in the trophy cabinet. We also are in the college football playoffs now because we take Texas Tech's spot. Now, it might be a home playoff game, but still, it's the college football playoffs, and anything can happen. So, I mean, just look at Ohio State from last year in real life. That can be us if we can rally. I mean, we're on a hot streak, baby. We are on a hot streak. Give me that Big 12 championship. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. What a season, man. We've turned this around. We have turned this around. Show me some commitments because of that. No, they're still playing hard to get. I don't know why that Wayne Hicks dude does not want to commit to us. Jonathan Cabella gets player of the week in the Big 12 defensively. He had a pick. And Sione Moa gets player of the week offensively. Good for them. They deserve it. All right, let's advance and show me the money. Show me the money. Show me that college football playoff matchup. That juicy, juicy college football playoff matchup. Wayne Hicks has finally decided to convert to Mormonism. It's about time, dude. We were waiting for you forever. That's another 5-star added to the board. That is another 5-star. Dante Moore transfers out of Oregon and goes to Penn State to win the Heisman. All right. Okay. And speaking of, we will take on Oregon in a home playoff, not a home playoff, we have a road playoff game. We will have to go to Eugene. Great. That's exactly what I want to do. Oh my God, we might be one and done. I can't believe they didn't sign another recruit, so he didn't decommit. We'll take Hicks off the board. But we do get Wayne Hicks. 2 5-stars on this team is pretty nice. And we're in a big-time battle for these 3 guys, or these 2 other 5-stars. The rest of them we're looking pretty comfortable to grab once off-season recruiting starts. But 2 5-stars and a 4-star is not a bad recruiting class. What are their dev traits? Star dev for Wayne Hicks, impact for Sherrod Bryant, and impact for Antonio Fournette. Okay, not horrible dev traits, but not amazing dev traits. I would have preferred elite dev or star for everybody, but I'll take it. We can upgrade our coach skills before we get into this, I guess. We could probably go into motivator. Oh, we can buy master motivator. Okay, but we should probably just get more into recruiting, I think. So let's just keep buying recruiting stuff. Quarterback transfers are more interested. That might be something we need to get. Let's do that. And then let's do... Probably need one of these 2. Running back or wide receiver. Let's do running back. Running back transfers are more interested. We probably need that because I don't know what our running back room is going to look like next year. So we probably need that. And here comes the game against Oregon. We'll take a look at the overall bracket right now. So what do we got? We're taking on Oregon. Alabama, Penn State, Notre Dame, and Clemson roll the byes. All their conference champions. Well, Notre Dame wasn't a conference champion. Toledo makes it as a 7 seed. They were undefeated, 13-0. Good for Toledo. Good for Toledo. How'd the stats look for the boys? So Christopher Vizina puts up 2,300 yards, 16 touchdowns, 8 picks. I don't know why it says he had F playing time. He was the starter the whole year. I don't know why he says he has an F playing time. Makes no sense. But whatever. The running back does not get utilized in the... Oh, Granger got injured. That's why we didn't see him. He played 8 games and then got hurt. I was wondering where he was at. It's because he got hurt. He dislocated his hip? Okay, that's kind of crazy. I didn't realize he got hurt. So that's why we haven't seen him. I was wondering where he was at, but that's where he was. He's on the sidelines getting some rub and tug from the doctor. Sione Moa puts up 7 touchdowns, 500 yards. Bailey Stockton's our leading receiver. Nakua was next. I mean, these are okay numbers, nothing too crazy. The Oregon playbook didn't throw the ball as much as I thought it was going to, or at least didn't produce a lot of yards like I thought it was going to. Tackle for loss leader is Armando Blunt. It's a good thing that we redshirted him because that's going to pay off in the end. Sack leader was also Armando Blunt, and we didn't get that many. We got a few interceptions, but nothing too crazy. But now it's time to face the music. We got to go into Eugene in a college football playoff game and take down the Ducks. This could be impossible. Not only is it a college football playoff game on the road in Eugene, it's snowing. It's a winter wonderland here in Eugene, Oregon. As if it couldn't get any more daunting to come in here to Eugene and try to beat the Ducks on the road in a playoff game. We have to play it in Alaska. This is crazy. We're in white jerseys as well. This is not going to go well for me. I already can't see. We throw it quickly to Waller. Get it up the field. Let's run some hurry up. Try to keep them off their feet. This is just insane. They already put up a touchdown. It's not looking good. People are slipping across the field. Waller lost a yard on that. Well, he gained a yard, but he had the first down and then he had to come back for it. Running on 3rd and 3 in the snow against Oregon feels like a bad idea, but Moa's going to do it and Moa's going to get it because Sione Moa is a dog. That man is a real running back. I might be in love with him. Although he's going to get shut down here. I hate him. All right. That didn't go well. Let's get back to the passing game, see if we can get something to work here. They're going to play it real soft. Real soft. We're going to motion Moa out of the backfield. And then we're going to take a sack. No, we're going to scramble. Vizina is not the fastest guy in the world, but he gets a couple of yards. We got 41 seconds in the half. I got to play this a little bit better. There might have been something open. I'm not sure. I think that's open. Oh, it's just out of reach, but a pass interference call. Yes. Okay. Okay. Not a spot foul, but it is nice to get a couple extra yards. And it was going to be 4th down anyway. So that is nice to have. 38 seconds. Does Bailey Stockton work on the slot fade? Probably not. I highly doubt he works this. I think we'll just take an easy check down here. We do have all of our timeouts. I'm going to use one right there. Just take the easy check down. Don't worry too much about it. Where do we go next? Where do we go from here? We hit the tight end, who's got no wheels, but he's got a little bit of blocking to help him out. That tight end is slow as dirt. Alan Suckup? He's actual dirt. I'm going to roll with Vizina. I'm going to try to hit this. There's no way that's going to work. I was trying to bait another pass interference call, if I'm being honest. Let's see. Let's try a dagger play. At this point, we kind of just got to line up a field goal because it's not looking like a touchdown's a possibility for us. Unless I can try to hit something here. Turn around. Intercepted. Suckup has no awareness whatsoever. He's so slow. Did you see him? He was like running in quicksand, like slow motion, trying to turn around for that football. Dear Lord. He couldn't have been slower. It's not looking good for the good guys, is it? We put up a touchdown and a 2-point. Oh my God, maybe it's possible. It is 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. 14-8. Moa driving. Moa end zone. He's at the 1. Sione Moa is my spirit animal. Oh my God. Sione Moa is insane. Do not go in here. Do not go in. Do not go in. Good job. Oh my God. This is the craziest game of my life. We are into the end zone with the lead. You gotta be kidding me. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Wait, we didn't get the extra point? Wait. We should have 15, right? Should we not have 15? It's overtime. All right. Should we not have 15 points? We had 8, right? 8 plus 7 is 15. We must have missed it. Or maybe we went for 2 again and didn't get it. I'm not sure what happened there. I just kind of, I skipped to the next play because I thought we were going to get the extra point and be good 15-14. But that didn't happen, apparently. Maybe I should have just kicked it myself. I don't know. But Hunga, he doesn't have any speed whatsoever. He's like running in quicksand. It's 3rd and goal. Oh my god. This is insane. Why is this the spot we're in right now? Waller turns around, touchdown BYU. Oh, mama. We scored a touchdown, and I'm actually going to stay in to kick this extra point, make sure we actually get it. It's 21-14. A defensive stop wins us a playoff game. Oh my god. It doesn't get crazier than this. On the road. What's going to happen? Thank God they have to score a touchdown, and it's not just they kick a field goal, they win. Here we go. They scored a touchdown on 2 plays. Oh my god, you got to be kidding me. Okay. Well, this time I'm going to jump in. They scored a touchdown on 2 plays in overtime. What is that all about? And then they get to start with the football again. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I skipped 2 plays. They scored a touchdown. Oh, that's going to be a sack, though. It's Akana with the sack. Tassili Akana with the sack. Pushes them back to the 31-yard line. That's a big play. That's a really, really big play. Oh, he slipped a little bit. Oh, no, that's unbelievable. First down on the next throw. James McCauley's their quarterback. I'm going to be sick. How could we let that happen? He just ran a seam up the middle of the field. Spin move on him. We get injured. It's Abasiri, one of our D tackles. He picks up an injury. We're bringing a safety blitz. This could come back to bite us. What is this, a Wildcat play? Who's that? Who's this jabroni back there? They're going with some trickery, and it's going to work. Touchdown, Oregon. We didn't get the tackle. We didn't get the tackle. I can't believe that happened. They go Wildcat or some sort of strategery, and it works. Don't let him get in here. Don't let him get in. Broken arm tackle. 2-point conversion's good. How can I not get the tackle there? How does the tackle not get brought down? How does he not get brought down there? He shouldn't have just thrown me off like I was a baby. Well, now we are in desperate straits because we need a touchdown and a 2-point to keep this game going. Vizina's going to scramble. Vizina's got a little bit of speed. Christopher Vizina, he's going to get out of the 3 and go for a little bit of a snow ride with the corner who tackled him. Christopher Vizina, 1 play, scrambles up to the 3-yard line. Maybe he's got the heart we need. Running back, handoff. Where is Moa? Sione Moa's who I need, not Haunga. He's got no speed. Oh my god, this is insanity. Oh my god, did you see how fast he got to the quarterback? I didn't even have a drop back ready. Christopher Vizina went down in a blaze of glory. I tried to throw that as quick as I could, but he was in the backfield so fast it didn't even matter. Out of the backfield, it's Haunga. He's going to have the speed to get in the end zone. Touchdown! And we have a 2-point conversion between us and possible extension in 3rd overtime. It's wide open. No, it's over! It's over. Oregon upsets us. They brought the heat. I couldn't get it. He was wide open. He was wide open. I'm heartbroken. I'm actually heartbroken. He was wide open. We lose a heartbreaker in Oregon. First off, I'm utterly confused on why we had to go to overtime in the first place. What happened? Why did we not? Extra point is no good by Owen Braswell. That's why we had to go to overtime, because he missed the extra point. That's why we had to go to overtime in the first place. If he would have just made the extra point, I don't know if it got blocked or if he just missed it, But if he would have just made it, we wouldn't have had to go to overtime in the first place. We would have won 15-14. Oh my God, I can't believe we lost. It's a heartbreaker. He was open on the 2-point conversion too. My receiver, X, was open. I was going to hit him, but they brought so much heat. There was nothing I could do. Simply nothing I could do. Oh, it's a heartbreaker. It is an absolute heartbreaking loss to lose there. Just the fashion that we lost too. The extra point, no good. We had the 2-point conversion earlier. It was all set up for us. It was written in the fine print that we had the championship. We had the win. And then all of a sudden, the missed extra point stays a tie game. I can't believe it. Once we didn't get the extra point and we had to go to overtime, I knew we were going to lose. I knew that once we had to go to overtime, we were going to lose that game. There was no way we were going to win it. Notre Dame does go back-to-back national champions, though. This time a perfect season, a perfect 15-0. Good for them. Good for them. But now we move to the offseason where we still have a chance to grab 2 5-stars in this recruiting class. We do have a chance to do that. Players leaving. Who's leaving? We've got Bear Bachmeyer wanting to transfer out. Tavian Beasley wants to transfer out, and Darren Downs wants to transfer, all for brand exposure. We just played in a college football playoff game. I don't know what you're talking about. Why would you all want to leave for brand exposure? It's a C+ when it needs a B. How is it that bad? I don't understand. Brand exposure makes no sense to me. It's the same thing in the South Carolina Dynasty. We literally won the national championship. Our brand exposure should have been as high as it could be, but there were so many guys that wanted to transfer for brand exposure. I don't understand brand exposure. It doesn't make any sense to me. We just played in national TV for the college football playoff game, and you want to leave because of brand exposure? That doesn't make any sense. Sione Moe is graduating. That hurts. He was such a good running back. Bailey Stockton's graduating. We're losing 2 tight ends. Good thing Alan Suckup is leaving. Get out of here, dude. You are absolute trash. Go work your 9-to-5 job because you are garbage. We're losing 3 left tackles to graduation. We're possibly losing Darren Downs to transferring. Teague Anderson, our best offensive lineman, is graduating. We're losing 3 D tackles, including a guy to the draft, Vic Burley, who we got in the transfer portal last year. Akana's going to leave in graduation. Kufasi is graduating. A lot of guys are graduating. This team's going to be a lot different next year. We have another draft pick potential in Jalen Braxton. A lot of corners are graduating. No safeties are leaving. No kicker. And we're losing Nick Orr to graduation. I can't let these guys leave to brand exposure. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm not going to let it happen. So we're going to go in here to league settings, and we're going to turn down the user player transfer portal chance, and then it's going to be a guarantee that they're going to come back. Because that doesn't make any sense to me. Brand exposure would be at an all-time high. So we're going to persuade these guys to come back, and they're going to come back. Welcome back, all 3 of you. All right. And then we'll go over here, and we'll turn it back to 55 or whatever it is. I think it's 55, right? Yeah, we'll turn it back to 55. All right, so that's fixed. And then we will simulate to see if those guys actually get drafted. I think they're going to. I mean, obviously, we had a guy in the second round projection, so we should see him go. Probably in the second round. Maybe a first-round pick if a team gets interested in him at the back half of the draft, first round. What do we got? Draft results. Show me the money. We get a second-round pick in Braxton, and we get a third-round pick in Vic Burley. So, pro potential, getting helped out there. A couple guys going to the league. All right, 3 guys have committed to the team. We need to get these 2 other 5-stars. The bad thing about this guy, Mike Coffey, is we can, right? Because if I take him off my board and re-put him on the board, then I can reschedule him a visit. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove him from my board. It'll cancel the visit out, and then I can get him back. Because not having a visit is pretty brutal. So I'm going to get him back on my board. Just got to find him. There he is. Okay, so we put him back on the board. And then that cancels out that visit, or at least it should. Oh, it didn't cancel out the visit. Oh, no, that's going to be rough. I don't think I can get him. I don't think I can beat Texas A&M without a visit. Oh, that's going to be real tough. But we do have a pretty good chance of getting Trent Hearns. I just hope he actually chooses us. All right, let's take a look at the portal before we get into actual high school recruiting. So let's look at what we got. What do we got? So none of the top guys want to come play for us. There's only 2 5-star players in this portal. It's 2 quarterbacks. I'd like to have a 5-star freshman quarterback. Oh, I remember Oscar Magulian. I remember him. I think I looked at him last year. In Dalvin Clark. I think I looked at both of these guys. But they don't want to come play for us. The deal breaker is what... Oh, because playing style. We have an F in whatever... Oh, it's pocket passer. Okay. All right. Well, we can't get any of the top players. We might be able to get a running back, James Simon from Texas. He's a true sophomore. Or transfer sophomore, I should say. Not true sophomore. Chase Collier is a wide receiver. Always need wide receiver. We could always use corner. We could definitely use some offensive tackles. That's for sure. We have 10,000. We have 1,050 hours to work with here. So that's pretty nice. We need to go heavy in tight end. That is one thing we are lacking significantly. We need some elite level tight ends. So we got to go all in on some tight ends. I love a good tight end. Okay, so let's get quarterbacks on this board because we're needing some quarterbacks. Although I do think we have our future quarterbacks on this roster already. But another one can't hurt. Weston Bryan might be one. Oh, I thought it was Tavian St. Clair. That would have been nice to have him. Eli Tryon, I think we'll add to the board. He's a 6'4" dual threat transfer freshman quarterback. That's pretty sick. We're looking pretty good for wide receiver. LeBron Bond, what a name. Offensive tackles we need. We need a lot of offensive linemen in general. So let's add a couple of guards to this board. Definitely got to add some guards to this board. And then we might even need to add a center just in case. So we'll add Robbie Martin. We don't need edge rusher. Oh, we don't have any more room on the board. Okay. Who can we take off of this board to get some more players on it? Probably some of these 2-stars. Although we are kind of in the lead for some of them. Let me take off some of these 2-stars, though. We don't need all of them. We're not going to get you. We're not going to get you. All right, that at least opens up a little bit of room. I'll take off Tyreek Tunyon as well. All right, so that opens up a little bit more room. 4 more spots on the portal. Let's get some more players here. So we do need a punter. I do need to get... And I'd probably prefer a high school punter. So let's go... Any state punter. That's athlete. Any state punter. We can get John Cheeseman. What a name. Might as well go for him. Okay. Then let's get back to the transfer portal. We'll go any state. We need to add a safety to this board. Preferably somebody we can grab. Cover specialist, hybrid. Box specialist, hybrid. What would be the best option? None of these guys look that amazing. Let's go cover specialist Desmond Yarborough. He's a transfer sophomore. That should be pretty decent. And then we'll add on some extra linebackers because we're pretty thin there. We lost a lot of guys to graduation. So we'll add a couple of these Mike linebackers to the board. Actually, I can't add in a couple of linebackers because we are out of space. So we got to add some outside linebackers. Let's add Tavian Wallace. And that is 35 people on this board. Okay, so with 905 hours, we need to go through and offer everybody. So I'm going to do that because that's going to take a minute. I'm going to go through and offer everybody that I want to be on this team, and we'll see where we are after these hours are spent. All right, I've put my hours on. It didn't actually last that long because I put 50 hours on a lot of transfer prospects because I really want to go hard on the transfer portal. So this is how I've separated my hours out. We're going after some offensive linemen, some tight ends, some guards, a quarterback, Eli Tryon. We'll see if we can get him. We got the punter. We got the safety because I put 50 on the safety because we do need a safety. And we are going after, obviously, these top 5 stars. I've scheduled some visits. We'll see where we can go with these hours. It is very important that we get a good recruiting class here so we can keep building on the success we had this year. We won the Big 12 championship. We made the College Bowl playoffs. We had a heartbreaking loss in the College Bowl playoffs, but I think we can build on this. I think we can build on it. Oh, this not having a visit from Mike Coffey is really going to kill us, I think. We're going to lose. I think we're going to lose him. We're very close on a lot of these guys, though. Let's get a visit scheduled for Matt Monk, who's another freshman that we're going after. We're good on all the U. Oh, I thought the Vernon Bada one would work. I thought the week 1 visit was going to be a smart idea. Didn't work. That's unfortunate. I tried to play it too smart. Trying to play it a little too smart. I might have to go hard sell and then try to steal it the last second, maybe? What even is it? What's this one? That's not a bad one. We got an A+ in there. It might work. We'll see. That week 3 visit for UCLA could end that recruiting battle. Ooh, we got 2 A's, an A+, an A-, and a B+. That's a pretty decent hard sell. Not a soft sell. That's a pretty decent hard sell. That should get us John Phoenix. I hope it does, at least. We've jumped into the race on James Simon and on Chase Collier. Oh, these are going to be some tough transfer portal battles. These are going to be some tough transfer portal battles. We are battling for a few of them. Can we get on Robbie Martin? I'm going to toss a 50 piece on him. I'll also toss a 25 piece on Tavian Wallace. We've jumped in on Yarborough. We haven't got in on Cheeseman just yet. I hate having to put hours on kickers and punters, but I want to get it over with. Davian Watkins we haven't jumped in on yet. Need to add some hours to him. We need to add some hours to everybody, basically. Eli Tryon we can try. Try on. Chase Lofton. Put a 50 piece on him. This is coming down to the wire, isn't it? We're getting a little crazy up in here. We are getting a little crazy up in here, Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. All right, that's week 2 done. Let's see what happens. I really hope that those 5 stars commit. I think we might have lost the coffee guy because we might have made a mistake there. Quincy Kikaha? I don't know, but he commits. Why is it not the 5-star? Just commit already. Why are you being so stupid? Why are they being so stingy? We've passed on Texas A&M because they took their scholarship off. Oh my God. They took their scholarship off on him. That's crazy. Did they take that off last time? I don't even remember. They might have had that off. Oh, we're falling on Bada. We lost that on James Simon as well. Ugh, some of these are not going well. I think the best we can do is just offer some visits and see if that can do anything. Everything that we are good at, he doesn't like, so that's unfortunate. I don't know if this portal class is going to end up being any good because I don't know if we have what it takes to win some of these. I'm trying my very best. I'm just guessing on some of these. I don't know if anybody if they like any of these. We've jumped in on Tryon. We're getting better on some of these. The safety locked us out. I didn't see that. We still haven't gotten anywhere on the punter. Okay. I mean, they'll give us a punter if we don't have one at the start of the season, so it's not the end of the world. I would like to have one, though. All right, so we do have to bring in a safety because we lost out on ours. So Cordell Gold is going to have to be our safety this year. We're going to need you, big dog. We're going to need you. And I'm going to toss a 50 piece on him. I know that's a little risky with everything else, the way the situation's working, but I got to get a safety. We need one. So we head into week 4 of recruiting. Oh, why can't those 2 5-stars just commit already? Please. Oh my God, they still haven't committed. It's going to come down to the final week. The final week it's going to come down to for these 5-stars. Why? Why are they being this way? I mean, we're going to get both of them because none of them have scholarships on them, but why can't they just commit already? Why are they making me sweat? We've jumped back on Vernon Bada. Why have we jumped back? I haven't done anything differently. I don't know, but we jumped back on him. John Phoenix, Duke has passed us because of their week 3 visit. I already have my best sell on him. I don't think I can change that. He's just going to go to Duke. Chase Collier does not want to come play for us. The week 3 visit helps us on Chase and Johnson. We lose out on Josh Petty. We're in the lead for a few of these guys. I guess I can try a week 4 visit for Carmona. Shirona. Maybe we can get a little 50 piece on him, and maybe that'll sway him to come commit to us. Devon Watkins is not going to commit. There's no chance. We just don't have grades. If our grades were better, we'd be killing this. We would be absolutely killing this. But our grades just are not that good. There's a bunch of B pluses and Fs and everything. Like, the grades are just what is brutalizing us right now. Try some different things here. Schedule some more visits. We did jump in the lead for the punter, which is nice. So we don't have to worry about that. He's going to commit. I can take off these hours and go full on 50, but I think we're going to be severely disappointed when we simulate to week number, or simulate to signing day. I think we're going to be disappointed. That's just kind of what I'm feeling. And sometimes it just happens like that. Sometimes it just happens like that. Can we snag anybody late? Like, is there any other transfer portal players that don't have any offers we might be able to snag at the last second if we put a scholarship on them? Who's got offers? No offers. Any transfer players that we could grab. Femi Coate is a speed rusher from Utah. You want to come across the battle lines here? Johnny Bowens. This guy. A lot of edge rushers, which could be useful. A free safety, Miles Davis. All right, we'll try a couple of those guys. Oh, actually, we have more spots than that. That's my bad. These no offer ones, if we offer a scholarship, we might be able to get in on them. You never know. I'm kind of hoping that they're a little bit better, though. Although I can't ask for much. Can't be too picky. Really good. We got one more spot available. I'll put Noah King on the board. All right. I only have 15 hours left. I guess I can take some hours off of the punter. I can take the 25 off of him. If I can offer scholarships to these guys, maybe they'll accept. It's not a guarantee that they will, but if we're the only team that offers them, maybe they'll just commit to us. I don't know. I've never tried this strategy before. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't work. We're going to find out, though. All right, we've used all of our hours. We've offered scholarships to these guys. I don't know if that's going to be a viable strategy or not. I don't know if they're going to commit. We're going to find out. Here we go. Are we going to be happy with those 2 5-stars? Or are we going to be disappointed? This is the final class. Right here. What's it going to be? Trent Hearns has committed to the program. And so is Mike Coffey. 4 5-stars in the class. And Kevon Brown commits. He's another 4-star. Matt Monk commits. All right, now we're starting to build up a roster. We're starting to build up a little bit of a roster. We get another receiver. We needed to get receivers, that's for sure. We get Bramble, 3-star. Fetu Vea is a 2-star we brought in. A lot of these guys. There's the punter, John Cheeseman. A lot of these guys we just threw on the board at the last second. Chase Lofton is a transfer tight end who comes into the program. Another tight end. We needed to bring in some tight ends, so that's good. Eli Tryon is another quarterback we add to the roster. Robbie Martin, another center. Gavin Hoffman, a 3rd tight end. Cordell Gold is a strong safety. I didn't see a lot of good stuff there, though. We didn't get Phoenix or Caraway. Wow, a lot of those guys did not commit at the end of the day, did they? We had a good recruiting class at the end, but we could have had better class. It could have been better. But we got to get those grades up, man. The grades are what's killing us. All right, but it's a solid recruiting class. I'll remove all these guys. Vernon Bada, man. I should have brought him in. We had a chance. We'll get rid of these guys, and we'll figure out how many total players we bring into the class. Wallace goes to Ohio State. You go there. So these guys just don't go anywhere. They just... So maybe we waited a little bit too long. Maybe we needed 2 weeks to do that. I'll try that in another off season and see if that works. Maybe I'll try it earlier in the year. Or earlier in the portal. See if that works. But we bring in 20 players in the class. We already know what these 3 guys' dev traits are because we looked at those. But let's figure out what everybody else is. So we got star for Hicks, impact for Bryant, and for Fournette. We knew that already. Kikaha? I don't know how to say that name. Quincy also has impact. Trent Hearns has elite dev. What a goat. Impact for Mike Coffey. All right, that's whatever. Normal for Kayvon Brown. And for Matt Monk, and for Kiki Ugo. Trent Thesis has impact. Normal for Rudy Addison. Impact for Bramble. Normal for Vea. Star for Gavin Hoffman, the transfer tight end. Bakiai has impact. Normal for Lofton. So we didn't really get that great on the tight ends. Eli Tryon only has normal. But he's a transfer freshman. He could turn into something. Who knows? Or maybe just a body. Who knows? Robbie Martin's impact. Star for John Cheeseman, the punter, is kind of crazy. And then normal for Cordell Gold. So we got a couple elite dev players, a few stars, a lot of normal, and a lot of impact. That's usually what you get, though. We finished with the best class in the Big 12, number 16 overall. So a top 20 class is not too shabby. 4 5-stars. The only team in the Big 12 to bring in a 5-star, which is kind of shocking, actually. No team in the Big 12 brought in a 5-star. All right, whatever. 5 4-stars, 10 3-stars, and that 1 2-star that got added in. So that's a solid class. 20 players, number 16 in the nation. We're starting to see the upward trajectory. We're starting to see it. Players that are ready to switch positions. Do we have any athletes? What do we got? We got 1 athlete. It's Juan Bramble. He's a speed rusher, or he's a D tackle. He's probably going to be... I'll put him at right edge. We'll give him power. No, we'll put him at speed rusher. So that's our only athlete that we have, but we can change other positions if we want to. So we've got... Who's going to be our starter next year? Is it going to be Bear? I guess it depends on what their skill, how many skill points they get. Is it going to be Bear or is it going to be Cameron Dyer? I kind of want it to be Cameron Dyer, but it could be Bear Bachmeyer. Ezekiel Savage would be a 72 overall running back. Would any of these guys be good anywhere else? 80 overall running back for Cameron Dyer. Oh, I kind of want to move him to running back, but then what if he doesn't? What if he passes Bear? Then it's kind of a waste. I could move Bear to running back. He's a 77 at the position. Pierre Granger is going to be a stud. That elite dev's going to be going crazy. I don't know what to do. We got a lot of depth at running back now. I like. Wide receiver, at least we have some wide receivers now. We've got some decent wide receivers. I wonder if Trevor Paul is actually going to develop, because he's the guy they just threw onto our roster to add a 4th player. So I wonder if he's actually going to develop or not. We bring in a lot of freshmen, including the 5-star Wayne Hicks. I'm very excited about him. Very, very excited about him. We got a lot of short receivers too. 6 foot, 5'9", 5'7". But Waller and Nakua are back for another season. We got some tight ends now on the roster, which is good. They're all old, but at least we have some tight ends on the roster. We have no left tackles. Okay. Well, we're going to have to move somebody there. So we got a 6'7" guard, Darren Downs. He's going to have to play some left tackle, because we have literally nobody. So Darren Downs, welcome to left tackle. You better learn left tackle, buddy. And then you are 6'1", 316. I can't put 6'1" left tackle. That's just not something I can do. But James Navarre, who's 6'5", I certainly can put at left tackle. So we'll do that. And at least now we have a couple of bodies to play left tackle, because that would have been a little ugly if we didn't have that. So that works a little bit. Offensive line's looking okay. Edge rusher's looking solid. We got Charlie Collins. We got Armando Blunt coming back for senior season. So putting that red shirt on him is huge, because we get him for 2 extra seasons when we would have only had him for probably 1. But he comes in. Coffey's a 78 overall edge rusher. He'd also be a 77 D tackle. Interesting. We got Abasiri, who got hurt in the College Bowl playoff game. Our D tackle position's pretty weak, so maybe I do need to make Mark Coffey a D tackle. He's 6'1", 246. That's very thin for a D tackle, but I'm going to move him there because he's going to get some playtime. If he's not going to get playtime here because we got 2 seniors ahead of him. 3 seniors ahead of him. Well, not he wouldn't have been ahead of him, but I mean 76 D tackles, not too shabby. But 246 is very light for a D tackle, even in college football. But I can get through it. I can see it happening. At least it gives us 2 playable D tackles. Linebacker's a little thin. Corner is weird. We bring in Matt Monk, which is decent. We're definitely going to have to hit the portal hard next year with corners. Farrell's looking pretty good. Strong safety, we have Cordell Good, who comes in. The rest of these guys are going to need some work. We got Braswell. I might just cut Braswell for missing that extra point in the playoff game. He comes in as a 78 overall. What a steal at punter. What a steal at punter. All right, I kind of want to cut the Braswell, the kicker, because how do you miss? I mean, we don't know if it got blocked. It might very well have gotten blocked, but they didn't show us the replay, so we don't know. But the fact that he just missed that extra point, man. Lofton, the tight end transfer, gets his depth chart upgraded to impact. That's pretty cool. And here are the training results. How many skill points do we earn for some of these guys? So Bear gets 28, 46 for Cameron Dyer. Well, that's going to mean he's going to be a starter then. 63 for Ezekiel Savage. Maybe Ezekiel Savage is the starter. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? 63 for Ezekiel Savage. That's Superstar Dev is going, or Elite Dev is going crazy. Pierre Granger's the clear number 1 running back. That's pretty obvious. 57 skill points for Trevor Paul. Okay. Maybe he's actually going to be a factor this year. Very sick. The tight ends go pretty crazy. They get some good upgrade points. Offensive line gets some decent upgrade points. They're going to develop a little bit. They're going to grow in overalls. That's pretty nice. And I will remember to do this before the next episode, so don't worry about that. But Armando Blunt gets 41. That's pretty sick. D-tackle's looking pretty good. 20, 11, 33. We need the corners to get some good XP points, and it doesn't look like they got that many. But they got enough to make them respectable. 46 for the star dev Jalen Farrell. He's going to be a good player. He is going to be a good player. Safeties get some good skill points. Braswell only gets 14. He sucks. I hate him. I hate him so much. All right. I feel better headed into year number 4. Headed into year number 3 after the year 2 offseason, we were just it was all kinds of bad. It was doom and gloom. It was the sky is falling type of vibe. I feel a little bit more promise, a little bit more renewed energy. The vibes are better for season number 4. I feel a little bit like we could take the next step and maybe win a college football national championship. That's kind of where I'm thinking. But that's where we're going to end it. We will start year number 4 ranked again, like we were last year. I really hope we don't start off 1-3, because that was pretty rough. I was in a bad mental space, if you weren't paying attention, if you couldn't tell. But that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much. Stop by and watch. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.